India also living in a very difficult conjuncture and also having different neighbors, especially with Pakistan and China, should also be pragmatic and balancing. Ukrainian people have no fear anymore, so we understand that this war is an existential war and the war with neo-colonial ambition of our neighboring leader who questions the very existence of Ukraine. And I think that Indian people can really feel this because he also had this kind of pages in your history. The second part of my speech is justice is important because, as I said, Crimean lesson teaches us one thing, that whenever aggression is not brought to accountability, it has a repetition, it becomes bigger. I'm here with one very important message, that Ukraine really wants India and Ukraine come closer. Yes, we have different pages in our history. We had Soviet heritage and there was a different stage of our relations within the Soviet Union. But now my country is gaining its independence, gaining its identity based on language, which is not Russian language, because we were forced to speak Russian language for decades, but we are striving to get Ukrainian language back, and it's very normal for any society. I know that you also have this rhetorics in your country, like a post-colonial way of thinking that actually made us all sometimes incapable of understanding what we really want. And only now India, I think revealing this, I would say, idea or vision of itself, exactly the same is happening in Ukraine. So we are now capable of being a subject, not the object, of being not a young brother, or someone, as an affiliated country, but really a country that is capable of borning its own vision of itself. So I think that it's time to, in a way, in a good sense, to restart our relationship. And I had wonderful meetings with the governmental officials, with expert community, while we say that India also living in a very difficult conjuncture and also having different neighbors, especially with Pakistan and China, should also be pragmatic and balancing. All of Ukrainian people are now experts in international relations. They closely watch the comments of different leaders, as well as the Prime Minister Modi, the travels of the National Security Advisor, Mr. Doval, and when he 3 times go to Moscow, of course, it's a matter of question if he would come to Kiev, and we also will be happy to welcome leaders and officials of India in Kiev, just to balance and just to kind of demonstrate pragmatic approach.